Who invented this idea that a life of total leisure and ease was going to be a fulfilling life? Have you guys seen the latest RAND study on the unretirement trend in America, that 60% of the people who retire this year are going to go back to work part-time at least? And you know one of the number one catalysts toward going back to work? Everyone thinks, oh, I need the money. No, you know what the number one catalyst is? They see the law of diminishing returns on leisure. Anybody besides me get tired of picking up seashells after 2 weeks? You ever notice, like, when you go down to Tampa, it's actually like a competition for these people. They keep getting up earlier and earlier to get the shell. Am I missing something here? Leisure, as Shakespeare said, is a beautiful garment for a day, but a horrible choice for permanent attire. And it's like my friend Dave, who retired from IBM, got the platinum parachute, and he told me for 35 years all I ever wanted to do was golf. I dreamed of this. And he said 3 months into retirement, I had this epiphany. Golf was my catharsis from work, and when I removed work, the golf became my work. And I got a triple bogey in the first hole, and it ruins my day. Have you ever thought about the fact that leisure derives its meaning from work? And people say, well, I don't want to work anymore. Well, let me redefine work, because work isn't a four-letter word anymore. Work was a four-letter word in the industrial age. I'll trust that Ken Dykewald talked about all those predisposing factors, but let me give you my definition of work, and this will change the discussion entirely. Here's what work is. It's an activity that brings value to others and meaning to you. An activity that brings value to others and meaning to you. So I had this conversation with my father-in-law, and he spent, matter of fact, he's still doing it. He's 10 years into his retirement, and he tutors high school students on their math skills. And let me tell you, even if it's only 2, 3, 4 hours a week, do you think he gets meaning from that? Of course he gets meaning from that, because he's bringing value to others. Oh, they got in their RV for the first 3, 4 years, and you know what? They came home, parked their RV, and said, we're sick of going to RV parks. All those people do is sit and think about themselves. See, who came up with this idea that a self-centered consumerism lifestyle was going to make people happy? I'll tell you who came up with it. Del Webb. As my friends at the Mayo Clinic have told me, gerontological researchers, one gerontological researcher told me this. He said, Mitch, I can prove to you that a life of total ease is 2 steps removed from a life of total disease. He said the first thing that happens is people get bored. They're no longer challenged. Matter of fact, the Alzheimer's Institute, a year and a half ago, came out with this study. They said the number one factor holding back the progression of both dementia and Alzheimer's, do you know what it is? The number one factor holding back the progression of these disease states, intellectual challenge. As soon as you remove it from your life, it begins. I got news for you. For a lot of you in this room, it's going to take more than watching Vanna turn a wheel. It's going to take more than a crossword, Sudoku, or you know what I mean, that numbers game. For a lot of you, it's going to take real life puzzles.